REST.
QIX
REST
and
API. Okay.
right, REST API. Yeah,
REST API means
RESTful API connector.
in form of XML. The output of REST API is XML, but here the output of mashup is what? HTML. Okay. So
Right.
uh, HTML can be just embedded with other websites, but the data of this dashboard you want to provide to other environments like a Java website, okay, or
Mm-hmm.
ClickView dashboard or Tableau dashboard, okay, or MicroStrategy dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wants to share your data, you can create a REST API whose extension would be ASMX. Okay, ASMX is a extension of the
Okay.
website. I mean web services. One is website. In Mashup, what
Mm-hmm.
we're creating a website. Okay, and website extension is
Mm-hmm.
HTML.
Yeah. HTML, PHP,
REST
ASPX.
API
Uh,
is used for information exchange.
mm-hmm.
This is a website, and you can see
Okay.
code base is it's completely just a website, just a HTML page. Though it's a dynamic,
Right. Right.
it's HTML page, but a third-party
Mm-hmm.
application. I'm just sharing the interface with other, but I'm not sharing the data with other. But if you want to share the data with
Mm-hmm.
other,
Right.
then what to do? You have to find out a way out so that the data can be shared in form of a universal way. Now, what is a universal way? When you share the data in Excel,
Databases.
when you share the data will in Excel,
Yeah.
other environment like MDB or Oracle or SQL Server for them, it is a third party. When you get the data from Oracle to SQL
Mm-hmm.
Server, these are third party to each other, and their data definitions, their data types, their typecasting, all these are different.
Probably. No, that's the one we just skipped it. I don't know. I'm scroll up. Saw something that says REST API.
Excuse me.
No, sorry. Oh yeah, that's.
This one. So we're using this
Mm-hmm.
generic REST connector. Basically dealing with the web service data. Now, see, how do you get the data from ClickView? Sir, from a third-party web services. Web service in the sense you need the data from Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. Those are all third-party. So they are providing
Mm-hmm.
the REST APIs. The data would be in form of XML, and that XML ClickSense is pretty well capable to read it, right? So ClickView Facebook post analyzer. This is also providing a REST API so that you will get the data in the get Facebook data in the ClickSense, and you will do some analysis. Okay.
Okay.
All your third party web services, not website. third-party web services to deal with the data of third-party, just in form of integration. We need a REST API.
Mm. Okay.
We had a REST API connector here. Qlik Sense REST API.
Mm.
We need a library. It should be an object where we will put. We will get the software development kit here SDK.
Mm.
And you have .NET. Probably for this I need to install uh, .NET Microsoft Visual Studio. I will check it.
Mm.
This is a separate application.
Okay.
Right. But anyway, other REST API connector should be there. This is the hmm. Yeah, this one. So we have not connected to the web service so far. We will try and connecting also. Yeah, this is the good one. Custom data.
Mm.
Qlik Sense. Custom data. Where it was content, right?
Yeah.
Click and custom data.
And click in custom data.
No, we don't have anything.
And yeah, Hamid, I wanted to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any Qlik developers in India?
Yeah.
Because we have an opening in Accenture Bangalore.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So if at all you know someone, you
Yeah.
can refer.
Sure, sure. I'll check like whoever is needful uh, in Bangalore location.
Yeah.
I will ask him to connect.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I can help too. Because my team lead would be interviewing. So
Sure, sure.
she lives with, I mean, she works with me.
Sure. Then my brother-in-law is there. He is in KPMG. Uh, I'll just ask him to connect you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
If it is not there, let's put it over here.
Qlik custom.
Let's see the REST API connector is here or not. Because REST
Mm,
API connector is by default there in MicroStrategy. You can right away there connect to
okay.
uh, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, uh, and you can get the data of the tutor, your friend list, all those user list uh, to MicroStrategy easily. But here we need to
Oh,
install this extension connector. So far we're creating the extension objects, but now we're
mm,
adding the connector. What happened? I'll go to data load editor, and there we need to
mm,
connect. Well, let's see this REST API connector is appeared or not. Yeah,
mm.
this is added. This is added. This is probably newly added because the icon of this were there, which is inbuilt. But for the rest, it is not.
Right.
Create a new connections. We need to put the website name here. URL. Okay, URL has to be ASMX.
Mm,
Any
mm,
standard website URL we will put. Okay. Online, we will check online REST. I don't have any web service readily hosted in my local system, or else I would have shown that how to create an XML file and host it. And how to create a web application, create a data from the table, okay, and host it in form of XML.
mhm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Online web service. Sorry, REST services. Free RESTful web service to consume and test data. This is yeah, this is a service. They have hosted it, and by using the service, we will get the data of the countries and ISO codes of each country.
Oh, okay.
This is another web service where we will get a data of cities, states, and territory of the country. Very good. Okay.
Mm.
So this is one of
Right, right.
the web services. Is not you would see the output of this web service over here. Yeah. This is what the REST output is. REST response.
Okay.
Now it's a data. So this data has to be called to Qlik Sense. Okay. I'll simply copy this REST API location. Timeout. I'll just give 60 seconds. Gate or post. It's a in for web integration. The data can be two-way. In a web service, if you want to post the data from
Mm-hmm.
Qlik Sense to there, using Qlik Sense, if you will generate something and post the data in the third party web service, then their application will get the data from our application as a post method, and get method is
Okay.
getting the data from other service to our applications. So it can be two-way communication. Auto detect response type,
Mm-hmm.
sequence ID is current, no key. Okay, no issue. Authentication scheme, there is no authentication. We will use anonymous. Okay, if they are not allowing, because in every web services, secure web services, while connecting to their web service, they will give you user ID and password. But this is a public one, so you can connect to anonymous. Okay. If they would have allow for the user access, user ID and password, we have to use Windows NT or basic.
Okay.
Anonymous, skip servers certificate validation. We don't require it. Use certificate. We don't have the certificate installed. Like certificate means SSL certificate. Because when two applications will
Mm-hmm.
invoke each other, like ICICI Bank with SBI, they will also use a REST web services. Okay. For core banking now.
Oh,
So
okay.
we should have a SSL certifications. When a data is
Mm.
transported from one node to another node of your website,
So,
data is get encrypted in by using these SSL certifications. But this is not so secure data. And parameters. So we don't have any parameter in these web services because it will simply get the all country names. We're not going to filter anything. In some web services,
okay.
the methods they will allow enter country name and then the state names will be returned. So in that case, just a second. There's a meeting in my
Okay.
office today,
Good.
so
Great.
a lot of
Oh.
Yeah. So if some web service is basically a function. When you are writing a function in the Java or .NET, you know Java, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you are writing a function,
Yeah.
normally uh, you return country,
Okay.
and,
Yeah, parameters.
and this is the function signature. Okay, and this is the definition,
Mm-hmm.
right? Function definitions. Okay.
Right.
Now here it is asking there is no parameter in this function, and this function will return string.
Okay. Yeah.
String function will return this thing. Now if you have something input parameter like
Mm-hmm.
continent, when you put continent, the countries of this continent will be returned. So that means it has a parameter. So the same thing it is asking,
Parameter.
like over here you need to put a parameter and the value. Okay, the parameter is
Mm.
continent. Okay, and the value is Asia. So it will return all the countries of this parameter.
Asia countries. Right. Okay. Like a where clause in SQL.
Exactly. So that's the reason it is a query parameter.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Query header is nothing. I mean, query header is a function
Okay.
basically. Now, pagination. You want a pagination of this data? None. Offset. Next page. Token. URL. Custom. Okay. Next page.
Yeah.
So let's not use pagination. None. So it will get the entire data.
Mm-hmm.
All response header. All HTTP only. Redirect URL. Okay. Enter connection name. Test connection. Test was successful. Let's see the data is coming or not. I need the list of the countries to be here from their database. From the database of this website,
Mm-hmm.
I need the countries to be displayed. Uh, HTML is not a format of a web service, basically, but they have make a URL,
Okay.
made a URL rewriting. You know what is URL rewriting? Normally, when you see a website, there should be some extension, but extension would not be visible. It would be either without extension,
Mm-hmm.
or if extension there is HTML. So just because of making this URL SEO compatible, this approach is used. The connection is
Okay.
created. Now just create. If you see here my website, you go to any page, you will not see the extension.
Yeah. Dot HTML. Uh-huh.
Getting any extension, but the page must be there. The
No.
page must be something like courses and course ID is 1, something like that. Okay, course.aspx or PHP,
Mhm.
course ID is this thing. So this is what the URL rewriting is. Now the REST API also has followed the same thing. The country and or related REST web service is not the actual page name. The actual page name could be something else. Okay. This is the
Mhm.
page ID. This is the page ID here they have using, and it is completely URL rewrited. Now we just connected to the REST API. Now it's time to select the data from the table. That's country table. The REST country connected. Yeah, here select data. Let's say we're getting the table. Uh, Country names are not. CSV source, XML source. I want
XML.
XML source.
Hmm.
JSON is JavaScript source, so it can return the data in any format. Either you want XML or CSV or in JSON in JavaScript also.
Okay.
CSV has header, yes. The table fields are from here. Okay, let's get it in JSON.
Hmm.
Probably there's an issue with this web
You
service.
mentioned in the so,
This is the approach. Yeah.
mm-hmm. I got the point though.
Yeah, this will be the output of your REST web service, XML. Okay. And this is the web service URL. So let's see. Yeah, this is the output. Now what is the data over here? The data is there's no data in the table. Okay. In the table, the customer name is this one. There is a customer invoice, item and product. Okay, 4 columns were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here we have the data. So invoice number is here. The
Mm-hmm.
table field invoice 0 1 2 3 4, all these things are there. This table. This is a table which where the first name is Silva, last name is this, street is this, and city is this. So it's
Mm-hmm.
one record only. ID is this. So let's just use this one.
Yeah.
Very simple. Appropriate this one. We'll connect. Edit this one. Put it. This is the web service, live web service, and I don't have any parameter to enter. Test connection
Mm-hmm.
was successful. Save. I must be getting this data to here. XML. Now it is automatically detected. Table name is invoice list.
Right.
Now the data is this one. Field names are this. X link is there. There's a field, and key invoice list is there. One. Metadata means the table fields. Data preview is this one. So data must be all the
Mm.
data should be rated. No limit. Only one record is it is reading. Okay. So this is the connection string and the entire code generated to get the data from the web service. Now if you just reload the data model, we will see that table would have been generated. Invoice table. Invoice list table would have been generated.
Hmm. Lines waste 50. Hmm.
Invoice list must be here. Yeah, this is invoice table. There are two tables, invoice list and invoice. So you see the data. Yeah, it's all the invoice data are here.
Hmm.
There was a preview, only one record was showing, but here all the invoices showing. Right, invoice key list
Hmm.
and contents, all these things. So this is pretty much about the REST API connector connections and consuming the data of the REST API.